Hello and welcome to round 2 of our podcast here, the Rugby Wrap. Whether you like it or not, we're here for a second time. So I've got Graham Cook with me again. Hello, Graham.
How are we, sir?
Excellent. So, what are we going to start with? Last week's results, or do you want to go?
Yeah,
I
perhaps
think
a
we'll
little
go
mention.
that.
Some of the games last week were quite interesting with some big results and some close results.
Yes, all right. What's that top one up there?
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at Wollongbar v Ballina in both first grade and second grade. It looks as though Wollongbar were too strong. Ballina going through their bit of a rebuilding phase at this stage.
Yeah, that was the case, but I got there about half-time in the second grade game, and it was only 19-12, I believe.
Okay, so
it was they were going quite well. Just a couple of bit of ill discipline in the second half. They did end up with, I think, 3 in the bin.
Oops.
So that sort of led to the breakout a bit there in the second grade game. And the first grade game, yeah, that was a bit of a...
Wollongbar's hitting a bit of a purple patch at the moment, and when they get things right, they're quite damaging, and that sort of shows on the scoreline.
Yeah. Well, Ballina weren't too bad early, and they kept at it all day.
Yes, that's good. That's good to see.
So, all credit to them to get 2 sides on the field, because they have been struggling, as you know, for numbers. A few old boys back there. Benny Robinson had a go, and Isaac Pratton. It was good to see a lot of old boys.
But
the after-match function was quite good, with the old boys there doing their bush band.
Ballina Rugby Bush Band.
Steely and Lordy was there. It was great. Good to catch up with a lot of good old friends there.
I understand that went on quite long into the night, and a good time was had by all. It's good to see. That's what rugby's all about.
Correct.
Well, to the next game, Casuarina and Byron up at Casuarina. That was a very close contest. Byron took it out 28-22. Certainly
you were the ref. You know all about it. So you can do the lowdown on that one, Graham.
Oh, look, I mean, the whole day was fantastic. Actually, there were 4 games that were all 4 very good games of rugby. Good crowd, just a really fun atmosphere. I mean, the first grade game was certainly Byron started a lot stronger, the Byronshire Rebels. And, they got a nice healthy lead at half-time, but then the second half just made a couple of mistakes. Casuarina managed to get a bit of territory, and suddenly Byronshire Rebels were the one under pressure, giving away penalties and then tries. It was just a really good game of rugby with good hard work being done by the forwards. A try every now and again, some good sparkly movements by the back lines, but very much a forwards day where it'll just grind it up, wait for your opportunity, and then both teams were good enough to take it. It was a fantastic game of footy from what everybody's told me afterwards, so it was really good to be out there.
Yeah, I got reports saying it was really well refed. You did a good day. No one complained.
I might have got that one game right at last.
The CNI dog wasn't needed that day, I was told. It was a great day. So, and congratulations again on the 400th game.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Look, I mean, a great day had by all, I think. And really good to see juniors coming through for Casuarina and the Byronshire Rebels with just a lot of players, people that have been around for a while. It was a very good day. I noticed that, who was it? Jacob Lane made his senior debut. I think, no, that was for Casino. Casuarina senior debut was for Zane Hanna.
Yeah.
Was one of their Casuarina juniors.
Yep.
Made his senior debut, which was great to see. So, and played well from all accounts. So that was really good to see.
I was doing a few clearances on that morning for blokes from the junior club across to seniors, but they all had these extra things, as I said, extra bonus ones playing for country and whatever. So, a rush.
The final first grade match between Lismore and Casino at Lismore.
Yep.
And as it turns out, it appears Lismore were not quite strong enough to hold them out for long enough. And Casino managed to pile on a fair few points. Yeah,
and that Hakeem Torrens, as I mentioned, was quite a quick winger there. He's ended up with 3. So that's a bit disappointing for Lismore. They started all right, but
just fell away. Casino's another club, a bit like Wollongbar in first grade, where they're starting to put it together a little bit for longer patches within games. And as you mentioned, they've got that talent to score points if you're given the opportunity. And on that day, they managed to with a win of 57-5. And that was the day where the first grade debut to a Jacob Lane from Lismore.
Yep.
So again, I think a junior that's been there for years.
Yeah.
So really, really good to see. I noticed also at Lismore, there was one Lismore player that had a fantastic day in first grade and second grade, got man of the match in both grades. Tyler Coveney, is it?
Yep. That's their captain.
So that's a huge effort to get man of the match in two senior grades in one day. He's obviously on fire. So good luck to him and the rest of that club, because they're doing some good things. There's a good atmosphere there. Just perhaps haven't quite got the strength this year, but they'll keep plugging away, and next year hopefully they'll be bigger and better.
Yeah, well, Lismore were successful in the second grade, so that was their second win for the year in second grade. So
24-19.
Yep. Yeah. So they've moved off the bottom. Ballina on the bottom of the table in second grade, which is most unheard of.
Yes, Ballina second grade has been quite a dominant grade over the years. So that'll I think they play each other this week too. So that'll be quite a battle, I would think. But elsewhere, what about the President's Cup down at Yamba?
Yeah, as we thought, Yamba might be just a little bit too slow. All Walker boys did play, and they came out on top. No one got a bonus point out of it.
Yamba 23, Range 12.
Yes.
So a good hard game from what I've seen on the social media, etc. from both clubs. It was a pretty even contest. Just Yamba at times took their opportunities and perhaps a little bit more disciplined when needed. But from all accounts, a fantastic day. Great game of rugby. Yamba just too strong at home. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, they're actually going to play again this season before the semis. The top two teams there, Range and Yamba,
they'll
play again later.
At Range in the last round. Yes,
another top game.
Yeah, and we had not an upset, but Evans must have been off colour. I think the rugby league was playing the same day, so a couple of young blokes back up. They play.
Lennox Head 28, Evans River 7.
Yes.
So perhaps Evans have been firmly in that top three all year, and Lennox Head's put together a few games in a row now, haven't they? A few wins in a row?
Yeah, it's very close there in the mid-range. There's a couple on 21 points.
For the fourth spot.
And then University's 20 points just behind them. So,
okay.
And University had a good win over Kyogle, although they had a bloke marched as well.
It's some ill discipline, shall we say?
Yes, lost his rag there for
Uni 42, Kyogle 17.
Yeah.
It's a high scoring affair out there. That was out of Kyogle.
Yes.
Yeah, high scoring affair. Would have been really good fun to be out there. I think we should also mention the women's games this weekend. I know up at Casuarina Beach managed to beat the Borenshire Rebels 10-7. They played 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just great rugby. Just both teams going at it. And you're like, how's no one scoring any points here? It's up and down the field. Some very tired ladies at the end of that match. And a referee that was very happy to come off the field and perhaps they did a little bit of work on my fitness. But it was a great game to watch. It was absolutely fantastic. And I noticed Lismore 38, Evans River 5 in the other women's match this weekend.
From the following, that played each other the week before. It was a bit closer the week before, not by much. It was 36-12, I believe. But and Julie, the one who's going to retire, she was the only try scorer for Evans Head. So they certainly will be lost without her.
Yes,
she does retire.
They might tap her on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Here we go again. So look, I think a pretty good game. And the women's, a pretty good day all round at most clubs, from what I understand. There was some good rugby played.
Yeah, good weather and great day.
As it turned out, as you say, good weather. The teams that played better on the day won. No real issues from any of the clubs. And as you mentioned, unfortunately, a judicial matter which has been dealt with.
Yeah, there was three.
There was three. Okay.
There was three. There was one casino bloke got marched in first grade, and 22nd minutes into the game. So they were played the majority of the game. 14 players, and still managed that good score there against Lismore. So, and that was found to be not guilty. So
insufficient evidence, or
inconclusive.
Okay. So, that happens at times. So I know, talking to the referees that came up from Sydney for last weekend, that were down at Ballina and at Lismore, they thoroughly enjoyed the day. Thought it was just absolutely fantastic. Different rugby to what they're used to, but rugby played in a good spirit, good atmospheres at the grounds. I saw them that night, and they just said it was just fantastic to be up here for the weekend, and to thank the players and the clubs, because they thoroughly enjoyed their visit. Yeah,
I did actually meet both of them. Charles was at the Walling-Ballina game down at Keys. And he did a fantastic job, I thought. no perceived advantage to any club.
Yeah.
He just went out there and it was just full on from the start. So he was really happy with what he did. Everyone else was, and he enjoyed the game. And then young Zach, they turned up down there as well. And I met him, and he did tell me that he carded someone. But I said, thank you for the extra work and the judiciary. Thank you.
It happens.
Yep.
Okay, so perhaps we move on to this round.
Yep.
So round 13 of the final of the Coast Rugby Union.
Yes. Before we head into the bye for Splendour the following week, so everyone will be looking forward to having a week off. But we've got Lismore at home to Ballina. We haven't got the teams yet, so don't get them till Friday mornings. So
that's a fairly important match for both clubs, I would think, to not want the wooden spoon.
Oh, yeah, well, Ballina's still in the
semis.
finals at the moment.
Yep.
They're coming fourth at the moment with the Casino biting at their heels.
Yes, true. Yes, Ballina's still in fourth. So that, I would think, will be a very even contest. And again, if either club can take their opportunities, they'll go a long way to winning that one.
Yes.
I see that Lismore's got 3 games on the day.
Yes. They've rearranged something, and because their women were supposed to be at uni, but with Range there, but Range forfeited the last women's game to Lismore, so they've said, we want. So they've agreed.
Range and Lismore have agreed to play the women's at Lismore.
At Lismore's only across the park, So
yes, so they could easily head back over to uni to watch their men play.
That's correct.
So that's good again to see the clubs talking to each other, coming to a resolution.
Yep.
It's good for rugby all round. But 3 games that day, starting at 1 o'clock. So a big day at Lismore Rugby Club.
Yes, it's good when you've got 3 or 4 games. And, a lot of other clubs that haven't got the numbers. It's mainly Casuarina and Lismore at the moment. Evans have got 3 grades. They've got 3 grades down at Evans in the President's Cup as well.
Right, yes. 18's Women's and President's Cup.
Yeah.
Down at Evans. So.
Evans have got Yamba, so that's going to be...
Oh, okay. So that'd be 3v2, 3v1 in President's Cup?
Yes, that's right. 3.
A very, very big game. I noticed they've been appointed a very experienced referee in Rob Walker, so that will be a very important match to both clubs, I would think.
Yeah.
Yambri were looking to continue on that good performance they put on last week away at Evans, but Evans perhaps looking to bounce back.
Oh, yeah, they'll definitely be trying to bounce back. Hopefully the Bombers aren't playing on Saturday, and they are playing Saturday. I've just been informed by Mr. Goff. So.
Evans may be in a little bit of trouble with some of their players again not being available.
Yes.
I would think that'll be a huge day down at Evans, starting at, is it 12:30 it starts? That'll be a great day at Evans River.
Yeah. And they've got Casuarina in the women's too. So
Okay, now what else have we got in first grade?
Byron Shire home to the Casino Bullies.
And where's that being played? Down at Byron or up at Bangalore?
No, the last 3 games are all at Byron.
Okay, so Byron Shire Rebels' last 3 matches are all at Byron.
Yeah. I was talking to Eddie yesterday up there about the Sevens, and New South Wales Rugby, talking to them. Maybe it's not dead in the water yet, the Sevens.
See that we can come to some sort of resolution.
Let's all keep our fingers crossed that the ARU or New South Wales can find a way to maybe make the insurance problem disappear.
Well, we'll leave that one for another day, I suppose. That'll be important if they can, because that's a fantastic tournament.
Yes.
But Byron and Casino in both first and second grade is fairly important. Byron is one of the teams to beat, but Casino, I think they're not too far behind Ballina in 4th place.
No, it's very, very close. They're right snapping at their heels.
So if Casino could spring a win there, that'd put them right in the contest for 4th and getting into the semis.
They've certainly got the backs to match them.
Right.
Yeah, with Lenny at fullback and Hakeem. They have Salayo Stavanow from he's a league as well, isn't he? He plays.
Yeah. Okay. So look, that I think that'll be very interesting. I think watching Byron the last 2 rounds, they've played very well in the first half and dropped off in the second half. So if they can overcome that, they'd be very hard to beat at Byron.
Yeah.
But if they give that Casino team some opportunities, then as they've showed against Lismore the week before, they can put some points on.
Yeah. Well, I think Byron won't have any problem with second grade. Their second grade is they could play first grade.
Right. Right. Maybe we could ask them to do that.
They've got a lot of good players backing up in seconds, that's for sure.
I know last week the Casuarina Byron second grade was very even for the first half, and then after half time, they just hit the switch and got their plays together and looked like a very, very good second grade team.
They are.
Yeah, it was Casuarina were playing well, but then just had no answer in the end. So, okay, you'd be suspecting that in second grade there, Byron's going to be very hard to beat. But first grade will be quite a contest.
Yep. Well, let's hope it is.
Yeah, certainly do.
Everyone needs a contest. You don't need big scoring games. It's not good for the game and the crowds. They don't come to watch that. They look for a good
What else have we got next weekend?
You got Wallingbar home.
Wallingbar home to Casuarina.
Casuarina. So you'd have to say that's the match of the round.
Yes, certainly. First grade match of the round, that one.
Yeah, Matt Clayton been appointed to referee that one.
Again, got one of our top first grade referees on that. It's good to see. That's an important game, I would think, with Byron having won against Casuarina last week and closing the gap on Casuarina in first grade. So Casuarina, again, we're right in that, only just lost it. So they'll be looking to go that one better this time against Wallingbar. And again, put the pressure on for that number 2 spot in first grade.
Well, they've got a good chance with the New South Wales Country training squad on this weekend.
Right.
We've lost 3 players from the zone, and Ben Damon's one of them from Wallingbar. So he's off. Alex Gibbon from Richmond Range won't be playing this weekend. And Vincent Quigley from Mullumbimby.
Whoa,
so that's going to be a big one. That's where you're off to, isn't it? Up to Alby Lofts. So,
that's three very big players, big game experience. That'll be quite a blow to all those 3 clubs, 3 teams.
Yeah, it will. There'll be a lot of reshuffling now.
Wallingbar perhaps not quite as strong, or not their top team on the field. Will create quite an opportunity for Casuarina to go down there to Wallingbar and get the points.
I believe I've heard rumours that they did play last week when Ben went off the field early.
Right.
In the second half. Gave him, put young Bodie Smith at 10, just to give him a bit of, go there and get used to it, because I think Bill said he's going to start Bodie Smith this weekend.
Right.
At fly half. So
he's played there before.
Yeah, as a junior. So, and Colts as well. So he'll be there, and the other rumour I've heard out of that ground is that Daniel Damon's on the injured list, I believe, for this weekend as well. So
he's getting soft.
Yeah, so it does open the door for Casuarina, or depends what they've got. You'd never know if they've got slight injuries or people unavailable. Every club can't seem to get the same team on every week at the moment.
Yes.
So.
COVID, illness, injuries, this is the time of year where it has a big impact. I know, talking to both clubs up at Casuarina last year, Casuarina and Byron, Shire Rebels, they were, we've got X amount of players away. It's very hard to get, as you say, the same players in first grade or second grade, week in, week out, to build those combinations. You just got to try and turn up, get the points, move on to the next round.
End of school holidays as well. Some people might have been away with their kids, and they might be back this Saturday. You never know. So it's all in front of them. Yeah, everything's there, ready to go. It's the 50th. What is it? What is it for? No, it's Sponsors Day and an Old Boys Day at Wallingbar.
Okay, so it'll be some fun entertainment and comments being made from the sideline, I would think, based on my experiences at Wallingbar.
Well, I seen someone yesterday, and they told me that they're trying to get all the 96 grand finals, the majority of them there, the ones that are still around. So I would think Lenny Block will be there, and
pretty good team.
Mick Mitchell down from Gold Coast. Okay. All the regulars. Mickey Donnelly.
He didn't anything in rugby, did he?
Well, I was a manager of that team, so I'll be copping shit all day, I'd say, from everybody, not only.
Well, what about at Brunswick Heads with Mullumbimby playing?
Yes.
Because they've got 2 games.
Yep, they've got the 18s up there. Lennox have, I appointed that up there.
So Lennox v Casuarina will play at Brunswick Heads?
Yes.
Prior to Mullumbimby and Lennox Head playing in the President's Cup?
Yeah. So it gives them, and it's their Beyond Blue Day up there at Mullumbimby. The Moonshiners run that every year, and a very successful fundraiser that they do every year.
Or mental health. They do a great amount of work in that space, so very good to see them supporting it yet again.
Yeah.
That President's Cup match will be fairly significant for both clubs, I would have thought.
Yes, position was in the finals for sure. You know, they've got Uni snapping at their heels for there, one of the positions. They're both sort of equal. And Uni, without Alex up there at range, you never know. You never know. And it is at Maury Ryan Oval as well.
Okay, so Uni's at home to range.
So they've got their halfback's gone for 3 matches, as I did tell you. If they make the finals, he's able to.
Just a misunderstanding, sir.
Yeah. If they do make the semis, he's free to play in the semis. But so he's got to miss the next 3 matches.
That might be a little bit of a reshuffle there for University against Range, but Range slightly weakened with Alex away there, you'd say. So that will be a very important game.
Yeah, what's his name? Glenn Pollard hasn't played all year from the neck injury he received in that trial match earlier, Wallingbar and Range earlier in the year. So he was very lucky that day. It was
never like to see that sort of injury.
No.
You always hope they come out of it okay. Because
and I thought Glenn's, went with my son when Glenn and Alex and all those guys, and he's married, kid, and so I thought that might be the case.
Yes.
He hasn't played this year. Haven't seen him around the traps, but anyway, all the best to Glenn.
Yes, very much so. Okay, and I think you mentioned there was some other stuff going on beginning of next week.
Monday afternoon, down at Williams Reserve, Lennox Head, we have the Wallabies coach, Eddie Jones, down there doing a coach the coaches and coaching young fellas as well. So any kids out there that haven't put their hand up yet, there was an online thing you could go for earlier in the year because this was postponed. It was meant to be on earlier in the year, but so that should be a great day. Afternoon, any coaches want to catch up on anything and get down there? That's mainly for coaches. A lot of junior coaches should be attending. I know Ben Carroll was telling me he's trying to get the whole rep under 15 side down there to go down, and maybe they'll get put through there, run there.
So do you recall what time that starts? Is it 4 o'clock? 4 till 6?
Something like that. Yes.
Yeah, so 4 till 6 at Williams Reserve at Lennox Head.
Yeah. For
a coach the coach by the current Wallaby coach,
Mr. Eddie Jones.
That will be, they'll have a big weekend this weekend, and then he's popping up to do that, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got much else to talk. That will be.
No, I think that's it. I think we can call that a wrap for the rugby wrap this week.
Thanks very much for having us. And see you again next time.
If there's a next week, we'll see you next week.